Yesterday's Niue Legislative Assembly meeting continued with motions by members of the House deferred from the meeting in May. 18 motions were submitted, 8 passed, 5 were deferred and 5 defeated. One submission that started some heated debates relate back to the Niue Public Service Commission report submitted to Cabinet but yet to receive by the House of Assembly. According to some of the members of the House of Assembly, the motion by Honourable Vaenga Tukitonga that the government should table in the House the Public Service Commission annual report for 2011 to 2012 for the members to know the achievements and the challenges we are at now, needed clarification and explanation to where the report is following all the stipulation of the Constitution. Honourable Premier Tokitalangi expressed that he is pleased with the members of the House in recognising the Constitution and the interpretations of the Constitution. He said one report was received by Cabinet and was returned to the Niue Public Service to complete, but the report will be submitted to the House of Assembly in the future. The voting for the motion was in favour of the motion. The other motion introduced by Honourable Vaenga Tukitonga that the government should support and agree to increase the old folks' pension and child allowance in this year's budget 2013 to 2014 to align with the very high cost of living in Niue today was also passed in the House last week. Other motions that were passed in the House include from Honourable Young Vivian that the government organise a study tour for a group of motel owners to Norfolk Islands and the Cook Islands. His other motion that a new bulldozer be purchased as soon as possible to revitalise the export of taro. The other motion he had was to be included in the next budget, $20,000 be placed specifically for taro export. And that loans of the Niue Development Bank under $4,000 should not have security conditions on it for regular customers. One of Honourable Terry Coe's motion that government and its employees' super contributions be increased to 10%, with restrictions on the government contribution and interest accrued not being available until the employee turns 55 to 60 years of age. Honourable Crossley Tatui's motion that the government establishes an agreement with each village, including the landowners for the tourism development project, also received the support of the Assembly. All these motions were passed in yesterday's Assembly and the 29th of May. The results will be taken to Cabinet for discussions and some decisions. Niue's local community newspaper, Niue Star, has marked a milestone this week celebrating 20 years of serving the community. The privately owned Niue Star first publication came out on the 3rd of June 1993 as a replacement for the government-run Tohitala Niue. The idea to set up a private newspaper was to enable an independent voice for the organisation on issues that in turn affect the community. Editor Michael Jackson says that despite the many challenges faced is the passion for keeping the community informed and support from the community that has seen the paper last this long. In 2004, the future of the newspaper was uncertain with the loss of equipment, but with the support of PIMA, a new refreshed look for Niue Star launched in New Zealand to capitalise on a market base of Niueans abroad. Mr. Jackson says that with the changing media trends, they will have to look at alternative means of circulation to ensure Niue Star continues for 20 more years. The efficiency of banking services via internet banking comes with potential risks, and Kiwi Bank has issued warnings to customers about phishing scams. These types of scams involve emails sent by people pretending to be a trustworthy organisation with the aim of stealing personal details through spam mail and in the process steal your money. Kiwi Bank representatives have stated that customers disregard any emails asking for passwords or login details as this is a trick for people to steal your money. In addition, Kiwi Bank have also noted that email addresses were not sourced from them and that Kiwi Bank should never send an email with a link in it or an email asking to send your access number and password. For those who have received a phishing email and have clicked on the link and entered your access number and password, you need to contact the Kiwi Bank agency at the commercial centre immediately to reset your internet banking password. Information about account safety online is also on the bank's website. The Hakuhei Mana Miss Niue and Miss Teen Niue pageant will be held this coming weekend, and pageant organisers say that each time it is difficult to encourage participation with young women hesitant to compete. The last pageant was held in 2010, with the organising committee saying that this is the third pageant they have organised, each one a learning experience for improvement. As a collective group with minimal funding avenues, the group have had to be creative in their approach, but it had been difficult to get the numbers, but they hope they can make up for it with the quality of participants and level of competition.
It's difficult for us because we're coming out of the cold every time to come and say, oh, we're hosting the pageant right now. Would you be interested in joining? A lot of the girls at first question, the first time we ask them, they hesitate. There's that reluctance on them, and then, it takes a bit of time for them to come up with, making up their minds and coming up to a decision. We get way more no's than yeses. And as you've seen as well in the past pageants, we've never had a category or a group that's 5 contestants in the Miss Niue and 5 in the Miss Teen, even though we do try. The most numbers we get is 3, and that's quite low. So on the positive side, what we don't have in quantity, we try and make it up in quality.
Whilst the encouragement is there for young women to enter, some of the deterring factor has been the entry fee and requirements, but these are factors that the organisers have also had some consideration.
The entry fee plus the requirements on the entry form, this is something that is not, it's not an overnight job. It's quite a serious decision. And as with everything else, if you want to apply or become eligible to enter into a certain institution, for example, or do an internship or, run a big scale competition, there are certain things that you have to write out. And that allows that institution to know, okay, does this person fit the kind of things that we're looking for? And from their perspective, it would be like, do we know our person well enough? Because if we do, we'll be able to support that person to the best of our ability. So it's also to enhance the cooperation, the spirit of cooperation after the competition. In regards to the high amount of the entry fee, that's to cover our basic costs and expenses, and to make sure that we run the program as best as we can. And at the same time, we have also given leeway for people who's interested. If you're interested in put up your hand, but this might be a little bit expensive for you, we're quite flexible to making adjustments where you can enter, and then we have arrangements where how are you going to pay over time, or if the prizes come out this much, maybe we'll take a portion from there to cover your fees. So then you're not burdened with just to enter, I can't pay or I can't afford. We want to be able to make the adjustments so that you will enter.
Official judging will begin tomorrow, with the girls making a public appearance at the Miss Popularity voting at the Commercial Centre, starting at 2 p.m, where the public can pay and vote for their preferred contestant. This weekend's pageant will see 3 young women compete for the Miss Niue crown and title. They are Michelle Marsh, Nina Nemaia, and Miss Niue Aotearoa Eden Tapuosi. The 2 contestants in the Miss Teen category are Tahufe Lilibeth Pao and Morlina Taufalele. Miss Niue 2010 Maria Misimesi is also due to arrive tomorrow for a formal handover of the title on Saturday. Saturday's final show at the multi-purpose hall will see girls judge on their freshwear costumes, pario swimwear, cultural wear and on-stage question, We wish all contestants well, and the event is open to the public. News Girls Brigade joined in the international celebrations to mark 120 years since the mission began all the way back in Ireland. Over 100 people were part of the local program and activities, starting with a walkathon yesterday afternoon from the Millennium Hall all the way to the children's playground at Tufukia. People of different ages, even young families, enthusiastically showed their support for the organization that has been the platform for the empowerment of young women leaders for over a century. There were also donations collected to help support the ongoing efforts of the Girls Brigade on the island. This is the beginning of what will be a week-long activities that will conclude on Wednesday, the 12th of June. And to end our news bulletin for tonight, tourism initiated Ride the Rock Challenge yesterday continued the dominance of overseas riders as the open men and open women all claimed by the visitors, with some recording the fastest times in the competition since it started, and one young local hero who claimed one for the island riders. However, the exhilarating finish for the first four riders made for a photo finish, with all four finishing within seconds of each other, with one veteran rider, Mark Holmes, who won the Seniors Rally of the Rock, managed to snatch the overall title from the Rally of the Rock winner. The Veterans of the Road was the real competition yesterday, as Mark Holmes in the 50-plus category claimed the round of the Rock Challenge at 1 hour 59 minutes 18 seconds, and second in the 50-plus category to Wild at 2 hours 19 minutes 48 seconds, and our local rider Alan Tano in third place with 2 hours 21 minutes and 22 seconds. The Open Women race saw Andrea Livingston claim another title under her belt after finishing first in the Rally of the Rock. She now adds the Ride the Rock Challenge to her achievements, finishing just over 2 hours at 2 hours 1 minute 55 seconds. She was followed by her teammate Catherine Haphurst at 2 hours 19 minutes 48 seconds and Jenny Ferreira at 2 hours 40 minutes 4 seconds. The Open Men also claimed by the overall champion of the Rally of the Rock, Simon Yates, under 2 hours at 1 hour 59 minutes 19 seconds. Second, Andrew Bruce in 1 hour 59 minutes 20 seconds, and Sebastian at 1 hour 59 minutes and 25 seconds. The junior race placed one local youngster, Janam Hopata, in first place with a time of 2 hours 14 minutes and 5 seconds. Second was Kevin Derby at 2 hours 19 minutes and 48 seconds. And third place to junior winner of the Rally of the Rock, Max Dixon, with a time of 2 hours 42 minutes and 9 seconds. Congratulations to all the winners. And that is our news bulletin for tonight.